London looks great on film, you know, and if a film's set in London, you must shoot in London. But you need to be able to pay for that, you know, for the various licenses, permits, closing off roads, and it becomes very, very costly. And there are, of course, you know, cheaper ways of doing it, you know, ways to fit a low budget, but you end up being quite limited and operating like a guerrilla filmmaker with permits, you know. And and if you compare that with shooting in Central Europe or Eastern Europe, there's no comparison. You know, but again, that's because of the economic differences. If I watch a film and the characters are walking down a road in Kensington and they turn the corner and they're in Brick Lane, that really annoys me. Being an actual Londoner myself, I go mad. So yeah, things like that annoy me, yeah, definitely. There's loads of locations around the East End I'd still like to shoot, you know. Well, when I used to make short films, I used to often shoot scenes along the Embankment or the South Bank, because that always used to look good back then, you know, in the sort of mid-90s. But the East End is terrific because especially where you get a contrast between buildings from the sort of mid to late 19th century and then the post-war buildings, and it's a very interesting contrast. And then there's also a contrast with those post-war tenement blocks, and then you have the Canary Wharf backdrop behind them, sort of imposing in the background, and the East End is really good for locations like that. Yeah.
You ever been to jail before?
You're looking at a face value of at least 20 million quid.